Electricast.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
speaking into the void?
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, I am now recording. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share this screen. Get this thing zoomed up.
And welcome to the Money Round. I am the Money Coach. Join with me today. My boy, he ain't been back on since the summer. My boy, Chris Purcell, head coach at North Point High School, just got the job. What up, Chris?
Good. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good. Ever brought to you by Extreme Training, where the elite come and train with the elite. Also brought to you by Battle Gear, some of the best sports apparel in the game. Get battle tested, get Battle Gear. Also brought to you by Chasing Titles Wrestling. Hector Gomez out in Illinois. Go check him out. He got a whole bunch of tournaments coming. Yeah, look at that face. All right, today we have a legend, one of Missouri's finest. All the kids out. I guess, hold on. Did Jaden Cox finally beat your takedown record? I know.
Yeah, I think it got beat after I left. I think, you know who I think beat it the first time was one of the Lester twins.
Oh, them little turds. Yeah.
But the thing is in my defense, bro, I only got like 40 matches a year, but whenever I graduated, they started getting like 50, 55 matches a year.
Yeah, we did. We switched to 50. So no other than Deron Winn, UFC fighter, 3-time state champ, with 2-time national champ or 1-time college national champ?
Two-time.
And trained out there, AKA, been bumping them in for the last 2 weeks. A head assistant coach at Gilroy High School out in California. Busy man. What
busy
up,
busy man, bro? It's crazy. What's up, Cornell? Glad I come on. I was supposed to come on last week, but I got messed up with my flights, and I thought we were landing at 6, but my connecting flight was leaving at 6 or whatever. So it was just conflicting. But here I am. I'm actually only in town right now, and I leave tomorrow again. So
what time y'all fly out tomorrow?
I fly out at like 11 o'clock tomorrow, a.m.
All right. So you say you got 2 guys wrestling?
Yeah. I got Victor Hasito and Henry Porter wrestling tomorrow for the wrestling this weekend for the Field of Juniors.
Nice.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough turning from.
But Deron, I know you're from the old school. It's no longer Fila. It's UWW.
It's UWW. My bad. Hey, I'm calling the Field of Juniors. My bad. You know,
hey,
my bad.
Fila was so corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. UWW trying to be a little fair. Oh, that's when
I'm still calling it Field of Juniors. So it's UWW.
Right. I like that picture you had up, Chris. It was when they had that league. When you wrestled in the league back in the day.
Oh,
they had
AWL.
Yeah.
AWL. Yeah. I wrestled in a few leagues, bro. I actually wrestled in I've probably wrestled in almost every single league, like pro league that they've had, except like Real Pro Wrestling. I wrestled in Flow. I wrestled in AWL. I wrestled in Aegon. I wrestled in Prowl. And then I wrestled in the WUG, the Wrestling Underground. I've wrestled in like 5 different leagues. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know why. I remember I think like Richard Immel did like or somebody, or maybe it was like the Wrestling No Bad did.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Like a stat like a while ago. It was before I retired, like when I was like still wrestling actively, like 2016. And they said who's the person who, what's it called, has wrestled the most pro league matches. And like at the time it was me. Like I had wrestled like 5 pro league matches and nobody else has.
Wow.
But it's like, I think it's because they just call me and I'm like, yeah, I'll wrestle. And I think like that weight, like middleweight, like 190, 195, like those are like, you know, the most exciting matches, I would say. I don't know. So, and I think they would just call me and I'm like, yeah, let's go, let's wrestle.
Wow. All right, hey, I'm gonna switch gears with you. Then we're gonna get on to your like how you got into wrestling. But Chris he was the head coach of a women's program at another high school, and now he just got a job at a brand new high school, and he's the head boys coach, taking over a whole brand new program. So, what was your advice? Is given your last few years coaching in high school? what would be Coach Purcell?
My advice: good luck. No, honestly,
oh man,
I would one, hire coaches who are going to be on the same exact page as you. And first of all, no one's ever going to be on the same exact page, but at least somebody who you can trust, or maybe hopefully it's a friend, you know what I mean? That kind of shares the same vision as you.
Yeah.
And then after that, you know, I would say the number one thing of a successful program is the culture of the program. You know, how hard the kids work, who's leading it, you know, how they act, and then obviously like your foundation, right? Like I don't really like to call them systems, because, you know, I don't want to say we run a system, but we believe in a certain set of skills that we want to implement with all of our kids, kind of like a base set of skills. And I would do that. I would figure out what you believe wins, and then start implementing that from day one. And it ain't going to be an easy process.
No.
Because when we took over Gilroy, you know, they had the same coach for like 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So we had a hard time transitioning into, because a lot of our kids would wrestle since they were, you know, kids, like 8 years old, 9 years old. So they would teach the same things. And it's what we do too. Obviously, we try to, you know, make it more complex for the high school kids, but, you know, our base, you know, our foundation, we teach the things that we think can win, and we teach them from start to finish, you know, from the kids to the high school kids. So we had a hard time, like
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
A lot of like flaws we didn't like. I mean, our kids are still doing them. There's a lot of flaws like we didn't like whenever we took over, but we're almost to the point now, about 3 years in, that we're getting to the point where they're doing the things we want, and we can say something or say something at practice, and it's more of a drill as opposed to like a technique session now. You have to call something out, and the kids are like, all right, bet, like, let's do it, you know, as opposed to us like, so yeah, man, just, you know, I would get coaches you can trust, and I would get, or even just people who have the same mindset as you. And then, I would set a base foundation. You can't just go in there freestyling like, oh, I'm gonna, and I don't mean like freestyle wrestling. I mean like freestyling, like, you know, we call, like, me and DC mess around a lot, and like, let's say like one of our kids will win, and like, and these dudes think we out here freestyling, you know what I mean? Like we're just like making this shit up as we go. So I would, you know, my advice would just to be, you know, like precise on the things you want implemented, and then just, you know, keep pushing. And then once you think that they're developing these baseline things, then you can start kind of tweaking and you know, and I would say freaking the things that you want them to know that are more like complex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I was Rob's assistant coach at CBC for a while, and you know, being around a program that has that similar culture to what you're talking about, it's like a night and day difference, you know, because I've been a part of programs where it wasn't like that. And like you said, when you go in and you freestyle, there's no structure. It kind of like, I'm a teacher, so it kind of needs to be approached the same way that I would approach a classroom, you know, and like the lesson planning and all that stuff. You got to be prepared. Preparation's key, you know, and the kids don't even know, like, they can feel that you're prepared. They can tell the difference between a practice when you're not and when you are, you know, and I think I completely agree. That's great advice. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bro. And like, I like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob Cornell. But like another thing is, and I struggled with that. I struggle with this, and, you know, I'm still growing as a coach too, right? You know, I feel like I know what these kids need, but one is like earning their trust. Okay. So like I struggled with that at first. I almost walked in and be like, you know, you little dude should respect me just because who I am. But in reality, you got to understand that these people, if they've already had a previous coach, they respect their previous coach, and they respect their parents more than they ever will respect you, probably. So you have to like do something like team building stuff. So it took me a long time, not a long time, but time to spend with the kids outside of the room, so that they could see that I wasn't just a hard ass all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually like a cool dude, you know? But like in the room, I'm like cutting them down. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was trash, basically. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't work with all the kids. It always motivated me. Like I love proving people wrong. So like, when somebody would tell me like, hey, whatever you're doing ain't working or whatever, then I would do something to prove them wrong. But you gotta, obviously the kids, these generations, sometimes you gotta like really like slowly pat them on the back, like, hey buddy, you're doing great, and then they're gonna be started. You say the wrong thing to one of the kids, and their dad's like breathing down your neck. So I mean, that's a whole nother topic, bro.
That is a whole nother topic. So it's funny that you say like having a base. When I coach football and college football, it's always like, we got to have the guys have the same language. Wrestling doesn't say that as much. It was really the same thing. You got to always have the same language. What I'm saying, you got to say, the kids got to know it. And I think, that's always the hardest thing. I think, especially in my position, being at the private school. But if you're at a program where you can build it from little league on up, you can get everybody speaking the same language.
And with that is, Coach Purcell, I would say, focus on the kids program heavy too, because they would call it like your feeder program. I mean, whatever kids you got coming in, I mean, you can start teaching these kids what you want them to do when they're 6 years old, and then hopefully by the time they're 16 they got the shit figured out. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. It's hard to transition kids when they're in high school already, like, or if they're sophomores or even like juniors, I mean, we had some, I remember we took over with like 7 seniors, and definitely by the end of the year, we had some changes. We would see the change in them and in matches, but man, we're still fighting with some kids, like, to try to change some of their habits. So it's better to be able to instill those habits when they're younger.
Yeah, it's hard to break a bad habit too. I mean,
yeah,
if something is reinforced the wrong way for years, it almost takes like as long to break that habit. You hate to think like that, but that's true. If a kid does the same thing all the time, then when they finally do it right, I guess it's rewarding, but it also can be challenging as a coach to be focused on correcting that when, like you said, focusing on the kids when they're younger and bringing them up the right way. Then you kind of have a good foundation. And to circle back to what you said about hiring people I could trust, we actually, my best friend, Dennis Cochra, I think DK. Yeah. So Dennis got hired on as our head girls coach too. So,
oh, sweet.
So Dennis is my boy, and I'm, we coached under Rob actually at CBC for a while. So really looking forward to having him around again. And I think it's going to be, like you said, a group of people that, want the same thing that I want and are enthusiastic about it, not just doing it to do it, because that can really create a negative culture I think, from the beginning. So that'll be the focus, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
dude, I'm gonna ask you one more thing about coaching. Then we're gonna get into your thing. So your kid who wrestled in the U15 finals against the monster from, I think he was from Nebraska or Oklahoma.
No, he's from Oklahoma, Stillwater kid.
Stillwater kid. Yeah,
I know his
your
name.
kid was trying to bang with him the second match.
Yeah. So Kobe actually, we actually just got them, the brothers, not too long ago. You know, they I think they were kind of looking for a home, and you know, we had actually competed against them and been in the same room as them a couple times and stuff. And so they actually moved down. So really, they're good. They were studs when we first got them, but I'm actually excited to be able to work with them more because, you know, I was telling like them and their dads, like, man, we have so much stuff to work on. Like, you guys are already so good, but man, if you could just do certain things, you know, like Kobe, he struggles with like taking his legs away, and against the kid, God, I'm trying to think of this kid's name. Man, I know his name because, you know, we're cool with the Stillwater people because, like, you know, the Oklahoma State connection.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forget the kid's name. But anyway, what is it?
I'm trying to think who.
You know it?
Yeah, they had a couple. It was not Little Ferrari though, is it? No, he's a
it's a little. He's a little black kid. He's a little light skinned boy. I'll think of it. But you know, against a kid like that, you know, he has such good attacks, and like he has such, you know, he goes off the elbow real well. You know, he'll misdirect you. You know what I mean? He's shooting like real like finesse shots. And it gets to do like that, you have to commit to taking your legs away. Because if you're not, then you go find out, you know, you're gonna just be on your face. You know what I mean? Like Kobe was like holding, what I like to call like holding. Like he was trying to like slow him down by like collar tying him and just like squeeze him tight. And then the kid would, you know, pull the elbow, go far high cross, kind of that like Coleman Scott, Zach Esposito stuff. And you know, that's where he's learning it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just like small things like that. But where were you going with that?
I was just impressed because he got tech that first match, and I thought he could have if he had a little bit more freestyle savvy. I think he could have out freestyled him. Look, guy was better, but he could have managed that match if he was just.
And you know what else too is, you know, we try to make the adjustments in between the match, you know, and there's when it's a best two out of three like that, and you know, you can make certain technical adjustments. But one of the biggest things was like, bro, don't let this kid like punk you out there, bro. Like, dude was like shuffling his feet, stuff like that. Like have more pride than that, bro. Like, that's one thing I was like, dog, don't let this dude do that to you anymore, bro. Like, come on, man, you're better than that, you know?
Yeah. And definitely you got to man up a little bit, right?
And because I told him, I said, to beat this kid, one, he's going to score on you. You have to accept that a kid's going to score on you. He's good. He's got great offense. I said, so you're going to have to keep scoring because they hold really good position, the Merrill brothers. But I'm like, dude, you got to just keep scoring against this kid. So, I mean, he's finally put up like 9 points or something like that. But you know what else, though? That little West Point gut.
Yeah.
You know,
so I thought that was illegal for 15U.
I don't know. If it was, then
I was going to tell you that. Because certain age groups can't hit that gut. I'm like, man, I thought that was illegal.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know the rules. I mean, shit.
I'm pretty sure that's
the rules. I guess I'm out there not knowing the rules. I guess, Cornell.
Yeah, you got to step up the game, coach.
I know. I mean, like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about a bunch of stuff like refs calling. I'm like, man, that's the rules, and man.
Hey, that continuation one that you put up, that was so bad. Like, that's so continuation
bad.
All day. You got to finish the move. You got to finish the gut. You can't just stop. You got to finish it.
Yeah, that's so bad, bro.
Is that what you tweeted out about how you said I don't even know if I know the rules anymore because they changed?
Greco for sure. I don't know the rules, bro. For sure, I don't.
Oh man, that was funny.
I think the crazy stuff that they'll caution. I was under the belief after like a couple matches that if they caution you, you get to decide if you want to stay on your feet or go down. But it's really the other guys. So they screwed up on one of our matches. They let the guy who got cautioned, so that my kid's opponent, they allowed him to decide if he wanted to go down or stay on his feet. And I'm like, of course I want to stay on my feet, right? So then that's why when I tweeted that, I'm like, if that's the rule, that's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, they screwed.
I get cautioned and I get to pick if I want to go down or stay on my feet.
It's only like 7 refs in this country that know Greco. It's only like 7 of them.
For sure. They don't even know the rules. They don't even know the rules. I mean, they don't even know the freestyle rules. I mean, some of these dudes are so bad, they're just throwing shit up and then will like not look at you when you're like, bro, that wasn't 2, bro, or like that wasn't 4, or, you know what I mean? And that they can't swallow their pride. The biggest issue with refs is they can't swallow their prides, bro. Like so I showed that exact video side by side to that one ref. I forget, his name's John Davis or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bro, because he's like trying to punk me. Like he's like, Mr. Winn, you need to settle down. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm like, dog. Hey, I'm like, dog, get out of my face, bro. Like, dog, don't do that to me. He's like, all right, dog, like just being a douchebag. And so I showed him, I said, hey, so what happened was my kid, Dan Cepeda, got beat out the day before with that same continuation rule, the cradle one, and he was getting cradled. So what they said was when he hit 10, then it was over, right? So it would be over. That's not true, though. No matter what, they hit 10 points, it's over. Nope, so then my kid, Elijah Cortez, he hit the guts. And I'm like, so I'm telling him, I said, so if you're calling it how you called it yesterday, when we hit 10 points, then it's over. No continuation, nothing, right? Because that's how they called it yesterday. Right. He's like, I disagree. We didn't call it like that yesterday. So what I do, I went, dog, I took like 15 minutes of my time. I ain't got no service in there. I went to Flow and I screen recorded Cepeda's match from the day before. Right. And then I went up and I showed him and I said, hey, I just want to let you know. I told you, I said, I might get emotional or I might get passionate about this stuff. I said, but I'm telling you right now, when I know I'm right about something, I know I'm right. So I'm going to show you this. And, you can say whatever you want about it, but this is exactly what you called today. So I showed him and he goes, oh, that wasn't my mat. That wasn't my mat. I disagree, Mr. Winn. That wasn't my mat. I would have never called it like that. So I said, hey, ref, it's okay to tell me I'm right. It's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. We just sitting here talking, just say I'm right. It's not that big of a deal. He goes, well, admit that you were wrong. And I said, if I was wrong about what you called today, then your boys were wrong yesterday. Mm. And I said, okay, I'm sorry for being wrong. I said, okay. After I said sorry, right? I was like, all right, sorry for being wrong. I said, okay. So can you guys say sorry for being wrong? Can you tell me I'm right? I won't. It wasn't me. I disagree, Mr. Winn. It wasn't my table. I'm like, dog, you can't even tell me that I'm right. And I'm right. You're saying that I'm right without saying I'm right. Like, that's bad, bro. So then I brought the head ref over. There was like 6 refs around. They all agreed that the continuation rule was wrong. Yep. The head ref comes over. He's trying to save himself. And he says, I don't know if that's continuation. We'd have to take a further look at it. And I said, well, all these refs said, I swear to God, there was like 6 of them. One of the dudes who just said it, he was, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say it was continuation. I was like, bro, you're so funny. Like, that's so crazy to me.
You trying to get him in trouble.
Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you're trying to save face so bad in front of the head ref that you gonna lie. You just told me 90 seconds ago that you thought it was continuation. And now when he walks over, you're like, I didn't say that. I'm like, bro, you're like, I just looked at him like, you're funny, bro. Like,
you gonna get them guys cut off from Fargo in some overseas trip.
Yeah.
They got to fit in with the club, man.
I know. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Well, cool, man. I know you're passionate about that. You can talk about it all day. So let's talk about you, D. So how did you get started in wrestling up at Liberty, Kansas City? How did it start for you?
My uncle wrestled, and then my other uncle, his son wrestled. So my cousin wrestled, and then he just like, they always like told my mom to get me and my older brother into it. And then, my older brother actually wrestled. He was like 4 years older than me. So he wrestled when he was like 8. And then I would just come to practice. And then, I was just like a fire hydrant. And so I would just go out there, boy. I'd be in my jeans and shit, my jeans, socks. And then the coach would be like, come on, wrestle. And then, I'm like slamming the 6-year-olds and shit, So then, I think when I was 5, I actually wrestled in a few tournaments. And I remember I used to wrestle this one kid every tournament, bro. He beat me every time, bro. His name was like Jordan. I still remember his name too. His name was like Jordan or Baniac or something like that. And dude would beat me like every tournament we go to. And then when I was 6, I wrestled like a full season because I only wrestled like 3 or 4 matches when I was 5, and I just practiced when I was 4. And then when I was 6, I wrestled a full season, and I remember I like went undefeated, and then the rest is history. You know,
you've been in love with it since then.
Yeah, I mean, when you're winning at something, how can you not like it? You know.
And did you play football or anything with that?
Yeah, I played football and baseball growing up, bro. I played 3 sports probably for like 10 years of my life.
Nice. So now, how did you get to Liberty? Like with all those tough Kansas City schools in that area, like how did you end up at Liberty?
I just grew up in Liberty. I never wrestled for Liberty until the high school, but I always wrestled for there was a team. We had a team called Kearney North Stars. You remember that team, Team North Stars, bro? We were good. And then I ended up. I wrestled for Liberty. I did wrestle for Liberty when I was like 5'6", the Liberty Lions. And then for like 3 or 4 years, I wrestled for Team North Stars. And then in Liberty, because Kearney's about 15 minutes from Liberty. And then I ended up. No, my bad. So I wrestled a couple years for Liberty Lions, and I wrestled for Park Hill for like 2 years.
All right.
And then like some things came up because we played for like their football team too, and then I think we switched from playing football to the Liberty team. So then the coach said like something about like if we didn't play football for them, we couldn't wrestle for him. And so then when I wrestled for Team North Stars, and then I wrestled my last 2 years when I was 7th and 8th grade for Coach Keck at Park Hill.
Park Hill, yeah. They had Coach Keck had a little league going on for a while. He probably he probably should be in the Hall of Fame for all the little league dudes he didn't produce.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So did you ever think about not going to Liberty High School coming in?
You know what? Coming in, we considered going to Park Hill because that's just where I was. But then as I got a little older, I would train at Oak Park, Missouri. And like, cause I would, I'd always like go training with like Brent Haynes because I was always looking for partners because I just would smash everybody,
Right.
And like Brent was good enough that he was as a good training partner for me, and they wrestled freestyle. So, I wrestled freestyle and Greco since I was like 8 years old. So I mean, and we started hanging out. Like I started hanging out with like Oak Park people, and then like in between my junior and senior year, I was gonna transfer to Oak Park, and that's when they're like number 5 in the country, Right. But we had a bunch of but I was just doing it to kind of benefit myself, really, like selfishly. Like I just wanted to be on a good program, and they like offered like to have like a full-time tutor, like help me maybe like get my GPA up to be able to go D1 and shit like that. And so we were like really interested in it. And then like as soon as we did that, like we had a bunch of like my coaches, I think Mayab even kind of like stepped in and said we don't think it's a good idea because a bunch of coaches are going to like report us for me to move. And we were even going to move. Like my mom was going to put the house on the market and everything. And then, but you had to like see if like sit out a year or something like that. So I just didn't. I just stayed at Liberty and kept it G.
Yeah, that's always a touchy issue because I mean I think about me and my son. My son wants to do acting, singing, dancing, karate. I'm gonna take him to where the best coach is.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. If Coach Purcell's the best math teacher, we're struggling in math, I'm gonna get him the best math teacher there is. But because you play a sport and you want to transfer, then you got to sit out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird.
That's just a crazy thought. So, all right. So tell us how did the road happen from there? Once you left Liberty, where did you go to after that? I mean, I know the story, but I want people to know.
So I ended up going to Merrimack. I had bro, it's crazy. Like I think my senior year I was like P for P number 5. Cody Gardner was number 1, but I never got to wrestle.
Yeah, from Virginia.
Yeah, and I beat Jared Platt, who was number.
So senior nationals. I was there
all year. Yeah,
yeah,
so I was number 3 all year, and then it was Cody Gardner who was P for P number 1, and then Jared Platt was P for P number 5.
He passed away, didn't he?
He passed away. He had cancer. Hey, Cody Gardner passed away too.
What? Okay.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I tell people all the time, like, Doug, I've wrestled so many people who've passed away. I wrestled, so Jared Platt passed away. One of my only high school losses, I wrestled a kid named like Ryan Griffith from like Francis Howe, my freshman year.
Yep.
Ryan Griffin.
Yeah.
I don't know what ended up happening to him, or maybe he was
they do a scholarship in his name too.
Yeah, they got a scholarship and
away.
I
don't know what ever happened to him senior year. Maybe I didn't wrestle him at state or something, because he was a senior. I was a freshman. Or maybe he went down in weight.
I remember you wrestling Rick Cook all the time. Well, I think they were class 4, and you guys were you guys class 4 then?
We were class 4. We were always the biggest class.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what happened. I think he dropped down weights or something. But yeah, so I wrestled him, and then remember Marcel Dubose?
Yeah.
He's dead. He got murdered. Yeah, so those 3, and then Cody Gardner's passed away. I never wrestled him. But yeah, man, I could have went anywhere I wanted. I was just an idiot. I like to have fun, and I didn't do my schoolwork. So I ended up going to junior college, and then I actually was supposed to go to Boise State. I wanted to go to Oklahoma State. Things kind of fell through. I was gonna end up I was gonna move down there and then go to like the school, and then they were just worried about recruiting issues, and then kind of just fell through. And so I wanted to get away. I wanted to get away from everything. So at that time though, Boise State was like number 5 in the country, and they had like Kirk Smith, those guys, Hawkstrasser, Chamberlain, they were all on the team.
Yep.
And so I signed with them, and then I ended up just still not passing clearinghouse because I'm an idiot. And so then I ended up going to Lindenwood, and then after Lindenwood, because I only wrestled there for a year, and they blacked out because they were going D2. So then after that, that's when I moved to the Olympic Training Center. So I only wrestled 3 years on my eligibility in college.
Right. So that's when I got to see you again when you moved to the Olympic Training Center. So I was I was glad to see you there because, I don't know if you know this, but, you always have coaches talk about you, and hearing coaches talk about like, oh, he won't make it. I didn't really know you, but I've been around you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know what y'all see. I just remember the time.
So that's what I get all the time. It's like, that's part of my like drive, Cornell. Like people always, and I get it right. I still get it in the UFC. Like people are like, this dude ain't gonna make it. This dude he ain't good enough. He ain't tall enough. He ain't this. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody we can talk all we want, but one thing we are gonna do is find out.
Hey, here I got 2 Deron Winn stories, both of them from Fargo. Remember, y'all had that corner room, and it was so hot.
Oh my gosh, bro. It was so bad.
And you was in the finals. You was like, man, I can't stay here. I can't.
I cannot do this.
And Mayhav and
we
Randy
were
tried to make
weight.
you stay in the room. Huh?
I remember we were like cutting weight, and like, how you be hot, dehydrated, can't sleep already, then it's hot. Bro, one person would go to the bathroom and fill the trash can up with like cold water, and we were taking washcloths and like laying them on our bodies and stuff, and, like trying to like get a little sleep and then wake up. It was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
The worst. And then, Mayhav, everybody has to go through it. I'm like, man, this is nuts, dude. It is hot.
This is nuts. It's hot, bro. Now I remember when I came and helped the coach, remember? And y'all seen the hotel all night.
Right, it was nice.
I'm like, wow, bro. This is crazy. These dudes staying in a hotel now.
Reggie Barris hooked that up. That happened once Reggie Barris took over. When he took over, Fargo's been a nice trip.
I've always liked Reggie.
I'm spoiled. I tell you, I don't even catch the bus. I fly. I'm like, Coach, I'm flying. You gotta
really
gonna do it.
We're out. Yeah, the bus ain't gonna do it, G. I ain't staying at Legends of Gold no more. Shout out Terry Pack.
Yeah.
I'll be from Legends of Gold. Like, man, what is going on out here, G? No service, nothing.
All right. So you was at the OTC for a while. That's when I got to run back into you, and we connected, man. I'm glad we did there. And so tell us about your time at the OTC, and then where'd you go after there?
So I had a good time. So what I did was I moved out there, and I had talked to Slay, and I was originally going to try to join the WCAP program.
Okay.
So I went out there, and like Slay was like, just show me that you can train and blah, blah, blah. And then, I went out there and I busted my ass, bro. And like I stayed with this family, the Holloways. Remember Tyler Holloway?
Tyler Holloway. Yeah.
Yeah. Great people, love them.
He was out there at OTC too?
Huh? No, but their family was out there. They were working at a business out there. And so I stayed with them until I earned a residency spot at the OTC. And then Slade gave me my residency spot. And then after the 2012 Olympics, I moved to Ames to Iowa State. The Paulsons like recruited me there because Trent was the CWC, like the RTC coach. So
hey, I'm gonna stop you one quick. I'm gonna ask you this quick. Was Usman there? Usman was there when you was there, right?
Yeah, he was. Actually, yeah, we wrestled. We wrestled. I ain't gonna say what happened, but we wrestled. No, that's my dog. Shout out to him. I'm happy for all his success. He actually just got ranked the #1 P4P fighter in the world. That's incredibly impressive.
He put in the performance, dog.
He's a monster, man.
Yeah, monster.
He's fun to watch. I don't even know. I can't see anybody criticizing him for being like. I've heard people. He keeps saying, "Oh, people say I'm boring and stuff." I don't even understand.
Well, not
that
anymore. I think on his climb up, he was maybe wrestled a lot of people, but I think he's developed like such great striking skills, and he's like putting people to sleep. Like, how can you? I mean, what can you say? There's nothing.
I mean, every fight he's in now. I mean, they're all fun to watch. You got to admire the control that he has in the situation. Like he controls the entire every aspect of the fight. Like where he wants you to be at, that's where you're going to be at. He just makes it happen. So,
all right.
For sure.
All right. So you go to Ames. The Paulsons recruited you there. You hook up with KJ.
Yeah. And, I had like a decent first year there. Wrestled in some tournaments, and then I went to the U.S. Open. I wrestled in a mini tournament. I won. I went 2-0. And then I went 0-2 at the Open. And then I went to World Team Trials because I was qualified because I placed in Cuba. And I went 0-2 at Trials. And I basically sat down with Trent and Travis, and I was like, man, I don't know what. Like I was considering hanging them up. I was like, maybe I don't know. Or I'm like, what do I need to do to get to where I want to be? And then literally the next year, bro, I made the World Team Trials finals. Well, I made the semis, and I wrestled Varner, and he trashed.
Yeah, I remember that match.
He trashed me.
He about choked you out.
Yeah, he choked me out, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to always be like, that shit ain't gonna work on me, G. And all of a sudden, you tight and you going. So
yeah.
And then I literally made the mini tournament finals at the World Team Trials. So I went from going 0-2, and then I went to, but I made the finals every tournament that year. I just had a sick year. And then I went, then I made the mini tournament finals, and I wrestled JD for true third, and I lost. Had a really good match with JD, and then I was actually up
JD. Who you mean,
JD Bergman.
Oh, Bergman. Yeah, okay.
And I was up 5-0 or something. He came back beat me 9-6 in the second period. But and then I ended up cutting down to 86, and I had another really good year. And then it was Olympic year, and I think 2015 that's when I came out here and trained with DC for the first time. I'd always known DC, I always would watch him, and I always loved him. And then I remember one time he'd be trying to lie about this, but I remember he used to come up to me during Fargo. One year he came up to me during Fargo and was like, "What's up, my dog? You're my favorite wrestler to watch here, blah, 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 blah," And obviously I remember that, at the time it was Daniel Cormier, you know what I mean? I mean, I think I was in high school. I mean, he was probably on the team. I mean, he was probably on the team, Olympic team at that point. You know what I mean? So it's I knew who he was, but he wasn't lying, act like he wasn't fanboying me. Okay? He was fanboying me. But yeah, man. And then I came out here and I went to wrestle with him, and then I and like the days we didn't wrestle, they would just put gloves and stuff on me, and I was always just a fighter. And then I remember my manager Bob Cook was like, I guess he like pulled DC to the side. He's like, "Hey, what's up with this kid? Like, we gotta sign this kid. You know, like, does this kid want to fight?" And I had no intentions at all on fighting whatsoever. And they started trying to convince me to fight. And I basically like, you know, had like a real talk with DC. I was like, "Dog, you know where I'm at, man. Like I reached the, you know, the top of my sport. I've worked my whole life, and you know, I'm cool with like letting the competition phase go, you know." And he was like, "Nah, D, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think you're gonna be successful. I think you're gonna make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah." And then the rest is history. Now I signed, and then probably a month after Olympic trials in 2016, I moved out to Fresno, and I was out there for like 2 years. Now I've been in Gilroy for about 3 years. I've been in California for like 5 years. It's kind of crazy.
That's a pretty cool story though, D. That's a good traveling, and like I said, just hearing the coaches chatter about you, and he won't make it here and here. Then you know you're steady proving them wrong. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want about me, but I'm a. What'd you say?
No, you go ahead. You were just echoing.
I thought Coach Purcell was talking about like he was hating too or something. No, I'm just playing.
Hold on, Purcell do have to deride. Hey, tell him your story, Purcell.
Okay. So, I've met you a bunch of times. I know Brett Marshall's one of my boys, and we used to go to the Liberty
That's my
tournament.
dog.
Yeah, so I remember seeing you compete at the Liberty tournament back when you were probably a sophomore, maybe. And you know, we were like, "Damn, who the hell is this kid? You know, he's just throttling everybody." And then I think I ran into you on spring break in Panama City one time.
Oh my God.
Long time ago. And I don't even remember what year it was, but I remember seeing you and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's Deron Winn." It was funny. And then so in college I went to Central Missouri with Brett. So me and Jaguar used to work at this place called Cadillac Ranch.
Oh,
and, yeah. So there was a time when you came up with a couple of his Liberty boys. Like there was a curly haired kid. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, no. So that was Matt Saragusa. So his cousin Andrea and Cliff. Well, I mean they're split now, but Andrea and Cliff owned it. Cadillac Ranch. Yeah,
that's
so
right. That's why they were there. Now I remember because Andrea and Cliff told me that. I think it might have been Andrea's cousins. But you know, Brett and I worked together at the bars down there in Warrensburg for a while. And the night that you guys came up, I don't remember who all was there, but towards the end of the night, I mean, if you remember going to Caddy, that place gets a little rowdy. You know, it's
I mean, I'm sure we were wasted.
Yeah, it was wild. But I was bouncing. And I think Brett actually like called in sick that night and then showed up with you guys drinking. And we were all like,
"Oh my God."
So then towards the end of the night, my like boss, if you want to call him that, Cole, he was like, "Hey," put his hand on my shoulder. He goes, "I want you to get that guy out of here." And I like looked at you and I looked at him and I looked at you and I looked at him and I go, "Nah, you got this, man." And I walked away because I was like, "I ain't throwing Deron Winn out of the bar. Are you out of your mind?" I was like, "Do you know who that is?" And he goes, "Who is he?" I go, "You'll find out. Just go ask him." He's like, "I don't know, you're making me nervous." I'm like, "You should be." Like,
That's awesome, bro. You know, Brett's still like a good friend of mine, bro. Like we talk, we catch up every time that we're in town together. You know, we try to you know, hang out and talk. And crazy story is, well, they lived in China for a while, right?
Yeah,
And Eva. Well, like I virtually like introduced him and Eva at Lindenwood because Eva went to Lindenwood.
Yeah.
And then Brett's little sister Bailey played softball at Lindenwood.
Bailey's awesome.
Yeah, I love Bailey. And so she's married to Craig Childs, who was my roommate at Merrimack. And then we both went to Lindenwood.
Oh wow.
So I mean I would like to think that I was kind of in there with both of their marriages, but crazy story. Like every time they're in town or whatever, or they were like, I think one time they were in San Francisco and I went to see them out here. And then so after my first UFC fight, I remember the UFC had me come to one of the fights in Vegas like a couple weeks later. Like, it was the day or the fight that Ben fought Masvidal. And so I'm at the airport. Man, where were we? Maybe in San Francisco. I think I flew out of San Francisco because it's like cheaper flights out of San Francisco. And so I flew out of San Francisco, and I'm walking to my gate, and I see Brett and Eva, and they're like, Brett's, and they flew in straight from China.
Oh, wow. You caught them on that long flight home. That's wild.
And then they're like, hey, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to Vegas. And they're like, Brett's like, oh, no way. Like, we're going to Vegas for the fights too. So we like flew there together, and then we ended up hanging out and shit. Like, no, Brett's like, I would consider like maybe not one of my best friends, but a good friend. I really, really enjoy Brett Marshall.
Oh yeah, he's a good dude, man. So with him and Eva, because when I got out of college, him and I used to hang out a lot with Ryan Moyer down at his house when he had that house. Yeah. I don't remember what street it was off of, but down there on Main Street. Yeah. And I remember the night that he asked Eva out. It was kind of he kind of cavemaned her. I remember we went back to Ryan's house at the end of the night, and we were all kind of walking in, and he just like looks at Eva, picks her up in the air, and he goes, "I'm gonna make you my girlfriend." and then he like set her down, and then he fell asleep. And then like after that, they started hanging out all the time, and I was like, "Oh man, that's hilarious!" Like, but she's she's like the perfect girl for him.
For him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they literally, it couldn't be a better match. You know, I'm so happy for the both of them.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. Small world. So I'm sure, like, you know what's crazy is, like, Coach, I meet people. I've met so many people, bro, right? Like, we've met and stuff. And it's like, dude, I could walk by you and then that, you know, I don't struggle with this, but I don't know how people react to it, but it's like, I could walk by you at a wrestling tournament, you know, before this. And I would be like, I've never met that guy. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. You know what I mean? Mm. And then it's like, you're like, actually, I've met you like a numerous amount of times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. I know so many people. It's stupid, man.
Right. So we got to switch subjects on you real quick. So with your coaching, how do you find time to train? And tell us what your life when your training kicks off. How do you do that?
It's stressful, but especially when like DC was competing too. We did because it's all fighters out here. So like we do a real good job of like helping each other out when each other's in camp, you know? And then sometimes I have to, you know, what the problem with me is I care about the kids so much that it's hard for me to stay away from them when I'm in camp. Like I'll like these people, like, don't come tonight, like rest, you know? And then I'll like sneak in the room, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what's up? I'm good. I'll tell DC, like, I'm good. Then I'll go to like, we do the bike or whatever, like cardio, and like we do like this bike workout. It's like our famous thing at AKA. And like, I'll go to bike and like, I'll be like, fuck, I should have stayed at home, bro. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't have came and coached because I feel like crap now. But you know, it's a lot. Like my last fight, I stepped away from wrestling for a little while. Coaching and stuff, you know, I was on a 2-fight losing skid. So, I mean, shit, if I would have lost that last fight, who knows, you know? So I just made sure I had to take care of myself first.
You gotta be selfish, man.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be. And you know, it's like, but it's like, I'm so hard-headed, and so is like DC, and it's like we want to prove to everybody that, because that's the biggest thing. Like people like, well, not the biggest thing. One of the things people hate on us, like, well, you know, how are they going to coach? They're too busy. They're too busy training, all the shit. They got other stuff going on, but we want to like prove to everybody, like, nah, we can balance it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's been nice, man. It's a cool life we live out here.
So how far is AKA from Gilroy?
So I live in this place called San Martin. It's like Gilroy, San Martin, Morgan Hill, San Jose. So like I could get to the gym in like 20 minutes, probably. So it's not so bad.
So with that bike workout, because I try to implement it sometimes in wrestling, do you go like, y'all go around, or are you not allowed to say, if you're not allowed to say it, like, do you go around?
No, it's not.
And then y'all get on bike for 5 minutes, or?
So you go a minute on the bike. So it depends on how many people are and how many bikes you have, but you go like a minute on the bike, and then you go a minute, anything else, like minute hand fight, minute shots, minute sprawls, minute rope, minute punch the bag, minute jump rope, minute, you know what I mean? minute, whatever, minute curls or whatever, you know what I mean? Minute sit-ups or whatever. So, yeah, and you do that, like we do that for like 30 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, that I always see you on the bike, and then DC was always pushing people on the bike and trying to mess people up when he got in there.
Yeah, bro. He's dirty, bro.
All right, last thing we'll get into. Now I gotta get into the money round with you. I'm got a lot of your time, but I was just impressed with this past week.
Cornell, I gotta eat dinner, y'all. I'm about to put some on the Traeger, G. So hurry up, nigga. No, I'm just
all right, I just wanted to give you a shout out for you was coaching so hard, and of course, David Taylor. I saw how he was coaching. He's still training for the Olympics, man. And y'all had some dudes out there too. So y'all was ripping and running.
Yeah, so cool. It's cool. It's cool to see guys like that out there, man.
Yeah. All right, D. It's time for the money round. All right. Have you seen the money round yet?
Well, I feel like maybe I have, but what is it? What is this shit, dog?
Basically, I'm about to ask a bunch of rapid fire questions. All right. You just say the one you like. You can explain it. You don't have to. I know we run out of time. You got stuff to do. And basically, we just gonna judge you and tell you whether you failed or pass.
All right. So you're gonna ask questions and I say an answer.
Right? It's like A or B.
Oh, okay.
All right. You ready?
All right. Let's go.
All right. Pizza or hamburger?
Pizza.
Pepperoni or sausage pizza?
Pepperoni.
Chicken or steak?
Oh, fuck. Steak.
Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes, no question. Not even close.
All right. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches or Popeyes chicken sandwiches?
Oh, boy. Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
Okay. Do you call it pop or soda?
Pop.
Pen or tech?
Tech.
Tennis shoes or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Cold Stones or Baskin Robbins?
Cold Stone.
Doubles or singles?
Doubles, baby. Come on now.
All right. Armbar or chicken wing?
Armbar. Armbar half.
All right. I don't know if you call it chicken wing. I don't know. Defense or offense?
Defense.
Freaks or Rulons?
Rulons.
Okay, I thought you might have been a Nike guy.
Sorry, Shane. No, I said sorry, Shane. Rulons are like the greatest shoes ever made, though.
That's what I think too, man. Somebody stole a pair out of my locker. I don't know which kid did. Jimmy John's or Subway?
Jimmy John's. Not even close.
Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Pizza Hut or Papa John's?
Pizza Hut.
Sprawl or head blocks?
Head block.
Head norm or body lock?
Head norm.
Spladle or cradle?
Cradle.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Neither, but McDonald's.
Whopper or Big Mac?
Big Mac.
Batman or Superbad?
Batman or Superbad?
No, Batman or Superman?
Oh, Superman.
All right. Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman?
Captain Marvel.
All right. Marvel or DC?
Marvel. It's not even close.
Ping pong or table tennis?
Ping pong.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
All right. Would you rather be attacked by a shark or a tiger?
A tiger.
All right. You think you can beat the tiger?
No, but if I had any chance getting away, I could get away. And a shark in the water, I mean, you're done, dog. You're over. See you later.
All right. Ram 1500 or F-150?
F-150.
Challenger or Camaro?
Challenger.
Five Guys or In-N-Out Burger?
Oh, wow. I'm going to go In-N-Out. I haven't ate at Five Guys in probably a decade.
I know. It got to be In-N-Out, dog. You in Cali, too? It got to be In-N-Out. Yeah. All right. Rap, trap, or old school?
Old school.
Xbox or PS5?
Xbox.
Tournament or tournament?
Tournament.
Guts or laces?
Oh, I'm a gut guy, but I like my kids doing laces.
I think you got to stick with gut because your kids wrestle both styles. So you got to keep them kids doing guts more.
Yeah, guts. Hey, Cornell, don't tell me what I need to say.
I'm just trying to teach you how to be a good Greco coach too, man.
Trying to tell me how to answer? Come on, dude.
Hey, let me ask you this, Coach. How many kids have you guys put on the world team since you've been there?
Okay. How many years have you been at CBC?
Oh, you had to go there, didn't you?
No, how many years have you been at CBC?
6.
6. All right. Well, talk to me in 3 years.
All right. I'm saying my first year though, we had one on the world team.
Yeah, but then that wasn't your kid.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
But go ahead, play it. Go ahead, play it.
Hey, y'all just need to step y'all game up.
Hey, money around. Keep the money around. Let's not get off topic. Let's not start talking about accolades. All right, let's keep going. Keep going.
We talking about coaching. Keep it at coaching. Nothing else.
Nah, I'm saying.
Keep it at coaching. Nothing else. All right. Don't try to change the game. Oh, it's my show. It's coaching. We ain't talking about that. All right, here you go. On your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, grape or strawberry jelly?
Grape.
Escape or reversals?
Escape. To your feet.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone. You probably got an Android though.
How you should know? You can't.
You probably got an Android though. Oh, green text message.
Hey, I do like the Droid because you can change your whole thing and nobody can figure out how to use your phone.
Yep, here he goes. Yep, there he goes.
But I got an iPhone, man. All right. State or states?
State.
All right. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Nicki Minaj, just because she's an OG and my girl loves Cardi B, bro, and I can't understand why.
All right. Ultimate ride out, top or bottom?
Bottom.
You getting out.
I'm getting out.
All right. Chicken, boneless or traditional?
Oh, traditional. Chicken or like wings?
Yeah.
If you eat boneless wings, you're weak, cuz.
Yeah, I agree with that. Flats or drummies?
Man, that's I can't answer that. I had a bunch of wings last night. Flats or drummies. I mean, I like flats. I really do. I think I like flats.
Okay. All right. Ranch or blue cheese for your wings?
Ranch.
All right.
Never blue cheese. You can keep it all.
All right, go ranch. Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty.
Jordan or LeBron?
I'm sorry, LeBron.
Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Pepsi or Coke?
They both suck, but Coke, I guess.
All right.
No, Pepsi.
You going Pepsi? All right. Last one. On your hot dog, you got to make a choice, D. Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Oh, my God.
You're putting only mustard on your hot dog?
I said, yes. Have you been to Germany?
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna keep my Heinz 57 on mine. So,
well, I mean, like grown people use mustard, D.
I put ketchup, mustard. Hopefully, they got onions too. I actually don't eat hot dogs, so go ahead, play it. Do what you do, G.
Hey, but in Germany, it's like no ketchup. It's all mustard everywhere.
Really?
Bratwurst, everything, just mustard.
Yeah, well, I don't get hot dogs anywhere, so.
All right. Coach Purcell, you got anything for him?
No, thanks for coming on, man. It was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, for sure, no problem. My bad for flaking out last week, but here I am.
No, I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time, man. Definitely good luck this weekend. I'll probably see you up there, I'm thinking, but keep your boys ready.
You just gotta like that. Yeah, you just booking flights, huh? Whenever, huh?
It's a 4-hour drive for
yeah. So you'll drive. You're like,
yeah, it's 4 hours.
Whatever, I guess. If I make it, if I don't.
So you got to fly everywhere, man, to get to the Midwest.
Yeah, it sucks, bro. It sucks traveling. It was way better to travel from the Midwest because no matter whichever way you go, it's only just a couple hours, you know?
Yeah.
So from California, bro, it's a doozy.
Now, you guys didn't have a high school season at all?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, good old Republican area in Missouri, we just pushed it through.
Really?
Yeah, we just grinded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I'm
Went a
gonna let
lot
you go,
better
D.
than I thought it would. Yeah.
Yeah, it did work out good. I gotta give those guys credit. They had a good state tournament. It worked out. It was crazy though. But D, I'll let you go, man. Good luck this weekend. Good luck in training, man. Glad you're doing everything.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate having you on. I'll tell you this, boy. I get asked to do about 5 podcasts a week, G. All right. So I mess with you, man. I mess with you, man. So I don't do it. I don't do podcasts. I generally only do like Ariel or something if you ask me. But other than that, I don't do anything, bro. I really don't. I turn down podcasts all the time, G. So
but Ariel's probably not that good. Him and DC shows all right, but it's not funny.
Yeah, it's
not funny like this.
Hey, matter of fact, my management's gonna contact you. We're gonna have to delete this whole shit. All right.
Hey, I had to do that before though for a few things. I would say
really.
I had a referee on. I'm not gonna say his name, and we talked about some of these matches that happened in 2017. We had to delete all of it.
Wow.
Our matches.
Wow.
Crazy.
He got scared. He got spooked after.
So, all right, man. I'll let you go do your thing. Go eat, coach, man. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. I appreciate you guys. I'll holler at you. All right.
All right.
Later, man.
Take it easy.
Electricast.